Everyone thinks they know the truth about my life, but nobody knows the secret that changed everything the moment I became an adult and stepped into a world that wasn't ready for me. My name is Samreen, and from the very beginning I learned that beauty is not always a blessing. Sometimes it's a storm that never stops chasing you. And that's exactly why I covered myself the day I turned 18, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Because wherever I went, people stared like they could see through every layer of fabric and into my soul. After completing my studies, my family married me to my cousin Rashid, a gentleman with a steady job and a quiet heart. And for the first time, I felt like life was settling until destiny struck like lightning and shattered everything in an instant when Rashid met with a terrible accident, fracturing his leg and injuring his head so badly that he could barely speak and was confined to bed. With just me and my mother-in-law at home, our expenses rose like a mountain I could not climb. And although I wanted to work, every workplace became a battlefield of unwanted eyes, and I felt trapped between responsibility and vulnerability. Just when I thought the walls were closing in, Rashid's Uncle Jahangir, returned from abroad and visited us after hearing about the accident. And though he was around 50, he carried the strength and energy of someone 10 years younger, always calm, always collected, and always thinking ahead. When he learned about our situation, he offered a solution that sounded like a blessing from the sky. He needed someone trustworthy to help manage his new business setup, handle some paperwork, oversee home tasks, and keep things organized while he built new factories. And he offered me a monthly salary that could keep our home running with dignity. My mother-in-law encouraged me warmly, saying God sends help in many forms, and she assured me I would be safe with him. The next morning, he came to pick me up earlier than expected, and though I sat in the back seat out of shyness, he insisted kindly that I sit in front like family. He took me for breakfast at a clean, peaceful restaurant, reminding me gently that I needed strength to take care of Rashid and myself, and for the first time in months I breathed without fear. His home was spacious and quiet, filled with the echo of someone who lived far from his own family, and he explained my duties with patience, never raising his voice, never rushing. Day after day, our routine became steady. Work, guidance, respect, calm silence, and slowly my confidence rebuilt itself from the ground up. But one morning when I suddenly felt dizzy, Uncle Jahangir grew concerned and immediately insisted I rest, telling me firmly that health comes before anything. And from that moment, he reduced my workload so I wouldn't strain myself. He said something that stayed in my heart forever. Strength is not in doing everything alone. Strength is accepting help when God sends it your way. His kindness became a shield, and for the first time since Rashid's accident, I felt that our life might be able to stand again. He helped me open a bank account in my own name, taught me how to handle finances, how to manage responsibilities, and how to protect my future. He motivated me, treated me with dignity, and reminded me that resilience is not born from comfort, but from courage. Months passed, Rashid slowly began improving, and our home regained light. When Uncle Jahangir finally returned abroad, he promised to support us until Rashid was fully stable, and true to his word, he kept sending my monthly income so I could continue managing everything without fear. Today, when I look back at that stormy period of my life, I realize one truth. Life doesn't always give you heroes in shining armor. Sometimes it gives you strangers who simply choose to stand beside you when the world walks away. And if you're listening to my story right now, remember this: never give up, never underestimate your worth, and never be afraid to rise again. Because one decision, one moment, can rewrite your entire destiny. If you want more stories like this, more powerful life lessons, and more emotional journeys, follow now, like the video, and share this with someone who needs strength today. Your support helps me bring more real, inspiring stories to you.